a new amazing looking Truth and Inference skin and New Year content. Let's begin. Welcome back to another episode, guys. We have an amazing skin coming, well, this year at some point. Or next year, kind of, because since the last video, they actually announced a new skin and also put it on sale already, so they didn't even give us a chance to talk about it. Kind of a little bit of a pain, but that's fine. The pre-sale period for the new Truth and Inference Farewell Phantom Girl Mechanics Lock Core package, I think that's the full name, has started, and it started on December 30th. That is the day of recording of this video. As far as I can tell, it says there's an unlimited quantity, but also it mentions that it can run out, so as far as I know, that's not unlimited. I don't really exactly understand how that works, but what does this package contain? It has an 8-tier skin for mechanic called Lock Core, and it's a really cool looking skin. This is probably my favorite mechanic skin I've seen so far, possibly one of my favorite skins overall in the game. I just like the aesthetics, that's just me. I'm a little bit weird in that way. There's also a B-tier accessory for her called Desire in a Box. It's a glass box with a gauge on the front of it and then some flowers inside. It's quite a nice looking accessory, but of course doesn't have any effects as far as I can tell. Buying the package will also give you the figurine. There's a physical figurine that you'll be able to purchase to be able to add to your real room, your in-game room, but whatever. A commemorative badge, artwork, and even more. You can purchase this or pre-purchase this, pre-order it from the NetEase store, so neteasestore.com. You can find it on their post on their Twitter. The skin and accessory will also be available for direct purchase in the game, so you don't have to purchase it from the store. So this will not include the figurine, the commemorative badge, and all of that lot. And we'll have a limited 20% off for 1,316 echoes. All of these things will be echoes only, so 1,380 echoes for the skin, 258 echoes for the accessory, but that will only be available December 2025. So the pre-sale period is going on right now for the package box that you'll be able to purchase. That's a physical product, and if you don't want to purchase the package physically and you want to just purchase the package in the game, you need to wait until next December. So yeah, long time to wait for that. What else are we getting this week? We're getting Season 35 Essence 2. That is the fantastic looking COA Essence. I really love the theme. I think I like every year's one except for, was it COA 4? One where they had motorcycles. That one, I wasn't a really big fan of that one. This Essence will include the S-tier skin for Soul Weaver called Arachnidopter, the A-tier skin for Little Girl called Compasso, the A-tier skin for Cheerleader called Congregator, the A-tier skin for Puppeteer called Lignarius, and the A-tier for Aeroplanist called Aviatorus. As we're getting this COA Essence, that means that the COA event, the Call of the Abyss 8 event, is about to start properly. If you participate in individual or team COA matches, I believe it's going to be COA matches, not just normal quick matches and stuff like that, you'll be able to receive 20 COA 8 essences, a novelist skin called Genesis, a B-tier pet, I think it's for survivors and it's called Mover, a portrait, dishes, and even more rewards. If you complete the story event, you'll be able to receive the B-tier skin for Bloody Queen called Moment of Glory, graffiti, and even more rewards. And if you complete COA matches, this will boost your team's placement on the leaderboard, of course the COA leaderboard, and the top 50 teams will advance to the next stage that will be the qualifier stage. That is all coming on the patch of January 2nd, but just on January 1st, as far as I can tell, because NetEase has released multiple different versions of when this stuff's all coming out, we should be getting the returning essences from COA 3 all the way to COA 7. But they also announced that was supposed to come out last patch, so I'm not completely sure on the exact release date for this. There's another thing I'm going to mention today where they've promised us something and then it's not happening. So some more stuff that will be returning on January 1st, the day before the patch, will be returning store skins for Dancer and Wildling called Vile Blossom and Repairman, available for Echoes and Fragments, and returning Spyglass store content, including the A tiers for Postman, Batter, and Professor, and B tiers for Naiad, Guard 26, and Entomologist, all from previous COA events. What else are we getting this week? Well, we're getting the continuation of the New Year event called Timeless Greetings. On the 1st of January, I believe at midnight, everyone will receive the letters that their friends have already sent, because last week we got this whole letter event where you'll be able to play matches to get letters and then send them to your friends. They will all be sent at midnight. Also at midnight, we'll be able to see a Happy New Year 2025 sign that will appear, and if you capture a photo with this sign and share it, you'll receive 5 memory spheres. They're giving so many memory spheres out, it's really cool. And there will also be some New Year fireworks beginning at midnight in the Misty Villa room or the public map. if you thought that was all that we're getting this week, well, there's even more to talk about, and we're getting Deduction Star skins this week, including Composer's A-tier Deduction Star skin called Forgotten George, quite a nice skin, not my favorite, but still quite cool. Hermit's A-tier Deduction Star skin called Rural Pasta that I'm hoping will look really cool in the game because I'm not a big fan of this skin overall. There's also Journalist's A-tier Deduction Star skin called Alice in Dreamland, and I think this is the best one out of the three by far. It looks really, really nice, and I'm really looking forward to playing against this one because I don't really play Journalist too often. We're also getting character days this week, and we're getting two. We're getting Soul Weaver's character day on January 2nd. This is going to be her 6th character day, meaning she's getting a special portrait. And the following day on January 3rd, we're getting Enchantress's character day, and that's going to be also her 6th character day, and she's getting a special portrait. Now, this is something that I've been talking about now for at least 3 weeks at this point, and that is the Scribbled Ideas game mode. As far as I know, that hasn't been added to the game yet, and NetEase announced that was supposed to come at the end of December, so unless there's going to be a surprise patch tomorrow, the day of recording this video, then I think they may have pushed it back. They haven't really given us any more details on this event as far as I know. Have they told us that they were going to delay it? I don't know, but it looks like we might be getting this sometime next month. Maybe they just scrapped the entire idea. It feels like no one's mentioning it, so yeah. That's a little bit sad, but maybe we'll get it this week, you know, on January 2nd. Let's talk about some future content stuff that's releasing, not this week, but in general in a couple of weeks' time, or maybe months' time at this point. NetEase has revealed the appearance and the names of some more Deduction Star skins that we're getting very soon, and they're coming on January 9th. Those are the Cheerleader 80th skin called Rising Star. She's a person who is a marching band member by the looks of it. She looks quite nice. I'm not a big fan of it, but I think it's quite good for some people. I think some people would like it. And there's also a Fool's Gold A-tier skin called Gold Miner, kind of his name essentially, but that's fine. And this is quite a nice skin as well. Not as good as the Journalist one in my personal opinion, but still great. NetEase has also revealed the skins that are coming with the strange crossover called Snake Off, that is another mobile game that I think NetEase themselves own, if I remember correctly. And the skins are very interesting. You'll be able to purchase them from the store for 60 echoes, and they are only going to be for echoes. You're not able to purchase them with fragments or clues, but that's pretty low price. That's the same as Ivory Tower skins, so I believe that's around $1 in price, so pretty good if you like these skins at least. These skins are B tiers, and they are for Perfumer, that's called Snake Island Spirit, like a pinkish theme. For Forward, Snake Island Partner, that has a snake on his helmet, or kind of a cute looking snake. And for Gardener, we've got Snake Island Companion. I think the Gardener skin, I'm not going to notice it in game. She does have a lot of skins that look pretty similar, and yeah, when I'm chasing someone, I'm not going to know that it's the Snake Island skin if anyone wears it. I'm probably going to think it's just another one of her B or C tier skins. A little bit disappointed in that one, but it's still cute a little bit. As far as I know, this hasn't been released to the game yet, so this is really cool because NetEase has announced some face changes coming to Doctor, Mind's Eye, and Explorer. And as far as I know, people have mixed opinions about these changes. I personally think the changes look really, really good. The characters do look a little bit old if you compare them to the new models. Their eyes are coming out of multiple parts of their head, and you know, it looks a little bit awkward. They look more mature, and they do look a lot better comparing them to some of the more modern characters that are in the game. So I do think they're quite good. I can imagine some people in the comments are like, but my favorite character's been changed. Either way, I'm really looking forward to seeing these changes in game because I'm wondering if I would have noticed it if I hadn't been told that this change was coming. If you haven't already, make sure you watch that video that's on the screen right there because YouTube thinks that you will like it. Happy New Year!